I did want to talk about one other thing, because you did bring up elections and people talking about Democrats will take back the House coming up in 2026. Did you pay attention at all to the election results that occurred in Illinois last night, pal?
No, truth be told, Gene texted me that the squad took a beating, and I did not know what you were referencing. So I'm just as excited to see this as the people on the line here.
Well, I'm not familiar with who was running on the Democratic side for various races for federal office in Illinois. But according to Angela Vanderplume here on this post on X, every squad-like far-left Democrat candidate lost in Illinois. Is this a tide turning? I don't know. One name I did recognize is the first one you see on this list here, Kat Abughazadeh, who I can't listen. Berardelli is a hard name to pronounce, but man, is that one even harder. She was someone, you may remember this, pal. I'm going to play this one clip to see if you remember who this woman is. She ended up running for Congress in a primary. And let me see if I can find the right clip here. I believe this one is it here. Take a look. I know you'll have seen it over. You remember this one, right?
I do.
So this congressional candidate, whose name I massacred, and I apologize to her for that, ended up getting federally indicted for interfering with ICE. And she kind of parlayed that into her claim to fame for running for Congress in Illinois. She went on a tour, like with interviews and whatever, and talking about, what happened to her. She went on a show, the Tara Palmieri show. It's a left of center show, but seems to be intellectually honest from the clips I've seen multiple of from her. And this was the interview that she did. Watch. I don't think you ever saw this one. This is Tara Palmieri discussing with this woman her federal indictment while she was running for Congress. And she literally walks off the show while she's being interviewed. Let me see if I can find the clip here. Give me one moment. Here it is here.
Is that you and others, quote, surrounded a federal officer's vehicle, banged on its hood and windows, etched pig on the side, and impeded movement. Did you etch the word pig on the side of an officer's car?
I'm not speaking to the specifics of anything that's in the indictment right now, but like I said, I do plan on pleading not guilty, and the evidence will come out in court, and I plan on winning.
Okay. Well, let's watch the video of what happened that day.
No, they got the video that the allegations are based upon.
That they are.
Hey, look, there she is right there, obstructing an ICE vehicle. Huh. Kind of seems open and shut to me, doesn't it?
Up with liberation! Down, down with deportation! Down, down with deportation! Up with liberation!
But when you see that, what do you think right now?
Tara, once again, this is my first time being federally indicted, like I said.
Yeah.
And she plans it to happen many more times, apparently.
And I'm pleading not guilty. The evidence will come out in court, and I plan on winning. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah.
Boop, gone.
Just really quickly, I did want to ask you about just the fact that, conspiracy to impede an officer is up to 6 years in prison, forcibly impeding and intimidating an officer is up to 8 years. Is that that could actually hinder your ability to serve in Congress? Are you concerned about that?
Dun, 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 dun.
Wow.
Did she just sign off?
Yes, she did.
Did she just leave the chat? I'm so confused. I'm sorry. The indictment.
Yeah, so confused. Well, the voters weren't confused. Apparently, this was a three-way race, and if from the scuttlebutt I heard, there was one candidate that was supported by AIPAC, that was specifically in this race to play spoiler for this woman, and she came in second. She lost a three-way race. I think the majority candidate got 29% of the vote. It was definitely split amongst these three. I think there may have been other candidates there as well, but yikes. It was a bad scene for her. So now she's federally indicted for conspiracy against ICE, and she's a loser candidate. This was her concession speech that I'm going to pull up right now. And she sounds as defiant as ever when it comes to the situation. But, oh, boy, could you imagine going to the mats like this and then losing?
But we didn't win, and it really fucking sucks. We came really close, and it sucks. But something that no one in power even expected would be possible at all. I need to stress to every single person in this room that this does not mean that the last year has been for nothing.
Actually, that's exactly what it means. You lost. Everything you did, there's no return on it. Too bad, so sad. Let's keep going.
Tens of thousands of people powered this campaign, knocking doors, making calls, donating what they could. We fed and clothed thousands of people across the 9th District. We forced our opponents to the left and to be more aggressive against this administration. We did all of this together from the ground up.
How do you okay, we work campaigns. There's no forcing anything. If anything, your people now have to get behind the more moderate candidate that won, and you got to get on board with that person's agenda, who, by the way, I believe his name is Daniel Biss, is the candidate who won. You now got to get behind Bish.
But Gene, she fed and clothed countless people in the district during her campaign.
Oh yeah, she's right. She's a regular Mother Teresa. I need to play this again. That's what she accomplished.
So, by the way, Gene, Kat Abughazadeh, whatever the fuck her name is, where are the I appreciate that she was arrested, right? But I want, and this is where I again hate the Republicans, and I get very angry with Pam Bondi and Kash Patel. Where are the pre-dawn January 6th style raids, right, for these types of charges? Obstruction of official proceedings, obstructing a federal officer. Like, I want to see the pre-dawn raid to lock up a Democratic congressional candidate who is clearly guilty, right? It's not like we're going after Roger Stone because he said some shit on a podcast once upon a time, right? Like, this person's on tape blocking a federal officer from apprehending an illegal immigrant. I want the pre-dawn raid, and I want it on Fox News, and I want them to get tipped off that it's going to happen so that the only cameras there, just like CNN was when Roger Stone got arrested. Right? Why are we not fighting fire with fire? And this is another reason why I love Donald Trump, by the way. Donald Trump for king. But he's not pushing hard enough, right? I would can Pam Bondi and get somebody else in there now for the last couple of years of his administration, to be honest.
Okay. I mean, listen, I'd like to know who the next person would be, but discussion for another day.
Mark Wayne Mullen. Fuck the Homeland Security. Throw him in his...
Yeah, Marco Rubio for everything. That's what we're going to do.
Goddamn right.
All right. The squad left suffers complete wipeout in Illinois. I want to show you I wasn't bullshitting you, pal. An article on Axios by Andrew Solander. The left suffered a virtually total collapse. Now remember, this is Axios saying this. In the Illinois Democratic congressional primaries on Tuesday night, even in races where AIPAC-backed candidates lost. Let me see if I have to subscribe here for free for the rest of it. Nah, I ain't doing that. Screw that shit. But the articles are out there showing what happened here. This is a bad sign, pal, for insurgent Democrats that have been trying to ride a backlash against Trump and their own establishment party. The establishment Democrats in Illinois, the machine Democrats there, reign supreme.
Yeah. Well, what state was she even in?
Illinois.
Illinois. Okay. So, yeah, when you have a Democratic Party that their leadership is based out of New York and California, right? Like, what other than Hakeem Jeffries, Chuck Schumer, AOC, Gavin Newsom, those are like the powerhouses of the Democratic Party. When that's your base, right? When that base of your leadership, you're not going to win elections in contested districts anywhere else in the country, right? Even Illinois, you think of Chicago when you think of Illinois, but that's not all of Illinois. Illinois, I bet you if we pass the Save America Act, we'll get somewhat more competitive for us going forward. Okay, the vast majority of Illinois is rural, suburban type places. You have a few big cities, and I challenge anyone to name another big city other than Chicago in Illinois, right? It's a big state with one really big city that is like in decline and nothing else, right? So if your leadership is AOC, Chuck Schumer, Hakeem Jeffries, all out of Brooklyn, fucking New York, and Gavin, the used car salesman Newsom out of California, you're not going to do well across the country. I know this is about the squad. The squad's even worse, right? They're even worse than the ones I just mentioned.
Well, the squad is not growing this year, at least not out of Illinois. If you like that clip from our new show, Behind Enemy Lines, please subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any other shows, and tune in live every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time.